Vail Health CEO issued one of the most serious warnings, really frightening, that we've heard from the state's mountain medical community to date. And that caught the attention of our Chris Vanderveen, who is joining us now. And Chris, Eagle County already has dozens of positive cases.
Kim, that's true, but Will Cook, the head of Vail Health, penned a letter to the area today suggesting the number could be well into the hundreds, if not thousands. He's basing that in part on the fact that he has 400 local tests still awaiting results in all of this. Cook said, quote, "If we don't commit to disciplined social distancing now, our 56-bed Vail Health Hospital will be overflowing within 2 to 4 weeks. We've already had a handful of COVID-19 patients transported to Denver for more advanced care. However, once the Denver hospitals are full, we will no longer be able to transport these people to a lower elevation." Because of limited testing capacity, Vail Health is now limiting testing to 1, healthcare providers, 2, high-risk patients. Note they say patients, these are inpatients, not walk-ups, and 3, community responders, paramedics, firefighters, those who may assist people getting to an ER, for example. It's extremely common right now. Testing capacity is so limited in the state right now, based in part of lack of supplies, that hospitals all over the state are telling people who are mildly ill that they should not expect to get tested. Vail Health CEO, best advice right now, every person in the Vail Valley must start social distancing now. Those are his words. We've reached out to him for an actual interview. We will certainly let you know if we hear more. But Kim, those are certainly the most dire words we've heard coming from the mountain community. And because he's part of the medical community, we felt the need to pass that out today.
Yeah, those numbers, 56 beds. And the fact they've already had to transport patients, and when you're talking like firefighters, like third in line for testing.
That's why the governor has spent the last couple of days at his press conferences mentioning the mountain communities. These are areas you need to pay attention to because they simply don't have the medical capacity that the Denver metro area has.
Oh my goodness. All right, thanks, Chris.
You bet.